on the West Coast. Candace Parker will be part of the broadcast in studio. Steve Smith and I will be watching from home with a beverage in hand. Let's talk about this Laker team who's looking for a bounce back. As of the latest injury report, the Lakers are listing Anthony Davis as questionable. We know LeBron James will be out for tomorrow night. Russell Westbrook coming off the 1 for 13, 6 turnover night. What changes tomorrow night?
I would like to see them utilize Russell Westbrook in a different way. I don't think that they're going to use him in this way when all their pieces get back. He is dangerous when he is playing in transition, and he is dangerous in the half court when he is close to the basket. You know, not taking pull-up jump shots. And I realize with players out, he has to take some of these shots. But I think getting him in the mid-post, using his size, his physicality, and his ability to finish really will open up some outside looks where you're going to get guys that are able to get some catch and shoots, which I think is important. So I look for Russ to continue to be aggressive. We all know Russell is not going to back down from anything.
Sure.
But I think that just in terms of the schemes and what they want him and need him to do, he needs to be closer to the basket.
Watching them early, Jared, they didn't have much of a training camp, obviously shortened season. They have so many number one option guys, former number one options, Melo, LeBron, AD, Russ. When the ball is passed, they stand. They don't know how to move without the basketball. They're going to have to get some more motion, some more cutting. They're not a team, they don't set great picks right now. And I think for them is they're going to have to give them themselves. Obviously, the losses and wins go up and down, but they got to find a rhythm, a style of play. Are they going to be a half-court offensive team? Are they going to be a team that comes up and shoots threes? They don't have an identity right now. And on the defensive end, I thought they'll be they'll be better. They will get there defensively for sure when they're healthy.
On behalf of all of us who have not played the game, this is a genuinely curious question that I think a lot of us has. Russell Westbrook is 13 years into the league. We've seen this year in, year out. And he can win a lot of games in the regular season playing this way. It tends to be a problem in the postseason. And we know why he was brought to the Lakers, to win a championship, to contend for a championship. Who, with what you both have said, constructive criticism, who is it on to get that message through to Russell Westbrook? And 13 years in the league, do you expect change?
To be honest with you, I do put, a lot of the onus on the coaches that he's played for, because honestly, you got to put him in a better position, especially with those pieces around him. Yes, you are going to win some games in the regular season, percentage-wise, by him coming down and taking pull-ups. We understand how Russ plays. Let's utilize him closer to the basket. Let's take advantage of mismatches. I would love to see him even off of, instead of doing a pick and roll out at the top where they're going all the way under the screen, let's put him in the mid-post and have AD come and set a pick right there for Russ and let him turn the corner. I think that you can play with the way in which you use him, and it'll be beneficial when LeBron comes back, when AD's back healthy, and it allow guys to play off of him.
And go deeper into that, because you mentioned this earlier, for those of you who weren't watching. The Lakers have to, out of necessity, play a different way when LeBron's in and when he's not in. Mm-hmm. And we don't know how long he's going to be out for. The Lakers are holding us very close to the vest. We have no idea when LeBron comes back. But mentally, don't you have to prepare for when LeBron does come back? He's going to have the ball in his hands. You cannot play a totally different way now, because the regular season, listen, your team, you went 500. But those valuable lessons you learned in all of those losses in the regular season had to have meant something when you came down the stretch in the regular season, in the playoffs.
And I think it is a mentality at which you play in. I think it is everybody taking and passing up. I think right now the Lakers are taking a lot of, if you can even call them good shots. Mm-hmm. They're not taking great shots. Nope. So you're seeing the teams that are successful early on in this season are passing up good shots and getting great shots. And I don't know if the Lakers have that. I think they are trying to do it themselves. And with this team, you have one guy, LeBron, that can probably do it himself, and everybody else kind of has to play off of everyone else.
Jerry, I look at this as coaches. They're going to have to definitely put them in different positions. You can have Russell Westbrook in a pick and roll as this screener.
Thank you.
Let him screen. Let him roll and attack.
There have been years in the NBA where analytical data has proven Russell Westbrook has set like an egregiously low number of screens in a season.
Yeah, but they haven't put him in situations. The hardest thing for a point guard defensively is to play pick and roll when their guy is a screener. Me and Mookie played 2-1 pick and roll with myself, And most point guards never hedged, never showed, never knew what to do. And if they do decide to switch with LeBron, LeBron has a smaller guy. And if you have Russell Westbrook setting the screen, catching on the roll, going down, everything for him is downhill. Play to his strength, put him on the block, let him be in screen and roll, play him on the offside. Let him be more of a small forward on offense versus a point guard.
But I think the adjustment too that we saw Giannis make last year, where you can't yell at Giannis for taking any shot, right? But you don't want him taking consistent pull-up threes.
Early in the shot clock.
Early in the shot clock. So you saw that adjustment that he made in that Brooklyn Nets series where he came out, they lost game 2, and he came out in game 3 and took more efficient shots. Well, I think you need Russ doing that as well. Evaluating the game. If you hit him, continue to take him. But if not, you do have to get him downhill into that pocket pass area. With him attacking, there's no better person going downhill that can pass as well as finish.
By the way, she talked about game 3 of that Nets-Bucks series. You want to know why? Because they put her courtside and they put her on the big Jumbotron.
Well, you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, look at that.
I mean, I saw it up close.
That was unbelievable sitting courtside of that game, huh?
I was working.
You were working.
I was working.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was working.
Update from Staples Center. Charlotte, who's going to play the Lakers tomorrow night, they got a more. He would have tied the NBA record for most three-point makes without a miss. That's 9. That's Ben Gordon and Latrell Sprewell. Smitty, you went 8 for 8 once.
I did. I had the record for
Cavaliers have won 4 in a row. Flip side of this game, the Knicks, remember when they started the season 5-1? They've since lost 3 of 4 and given up 126 to the Cavs. It's not going to make Tom Thibodeau a happy man.
Just, be ready to play. The games keep coming. They come fast. Everyone in the league is good. You got to be ready. You got to play with an edge. Our defense wasn't very good. Our rebounding wasn't very good. Yeah, and if we're going to rely just strictly on offense, we're going to pay a price for it.
Tibbs none too pleased. How about Giannis and the Bucks? They have been struggling. They've been hit by injuries hard. They're taking on the Washington Wizards. Here's Kyle Kuzma. He's a new man coming over from LA.
And he is my pick to have a breakout season. I think he's perfect for this offense and playing alongside Bradley Beal.
Grayson Allen's been playing really well. Giannis Antetokounmpo working in the post.
Mid-post, Smitty.
I love it.
The theme for tonight.
Pull up. Look down at your feet, then pull up.
Let's go to the second half now. More of Giannis. Working on the outside, driving.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's pretty good too.
Yep, Bradley Beal. Step back, Jack.
He had 30.
Good to see Daniel Gafford back. He's back in that starting role, and he is a dominant force. Giannis misses the 3. Aaron Holiday rebounds, throws it to Montrezl Harrell, who's coming off the bench now, and he's ready to fight.
Oh, give it to him.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Harrell had 15 points. Bradley Beal with a 30
that's
spot.
tough guard right there. He had him off balance. His hips opening up like a D-back.
All right, Buck's not done yet. In transition, it's Giannis, the freight train coming down the track. Get out the way. More from Giannis. 2 more of his 29 on the night. 18 rebounds, 5 dimes. Bucks on the road, not done just yet. Until Spencer Dinwiddie says, you're done.
I mean, he's been so good. Finish him. Didn't have a great game, but he's been solid. Bradley Beal with 30.
Finish him.
Mortal Kombat.